The Netherlands competed at the 2016 Summer Olympics in Rio de Janeiro, from 5 to 21 August 2016. Since the nation's official debut in 1900, Dutch athletes had competed at every edition of the Summer Olympic Games in the modern era, with the exception of the sparsely attended 1904 Summer Olympics in St. Louis and 1956 Summer Olympics in Melbourne, which the Netherlands boycotted because of the Soviet invasion of Hungary. Medalists. Competitors. Archery. The Netherlands qualified 3 archers into the men's individual and team events after having secured a top 8 finish in the team recurve event at the 2015 World Archery Championships in Copenhagen, Denmark. SJF van den Berg was the first Dutch archer who has been qualified for Rio 2016 by virtue of his good results in the last tournaments. Michiel Emmons and Rik van der Ven were the other 2 archers who have been qualified for Rio after the good performances. Athletics. The Netherlands has qualified 32 athletes into the following athletics events. Keynote ranks given for track events are within the athletes' heat only. Q equals qualified for the next round. Q equals qualified for the next round as a fastest loser or, in field events, by position without achieving the qualifying target. Near equals national record. NA equals round not applicable for the event. Bi equals athlete not required to compete in round. Nanometer equals no mark. Men track and amp, road events, field events, combined events, decathlon women, track and amp, road events, field events, combined events, heptathlon badminton. The Netherlands has qualified 3 badminton players for each of the following events into the Olympic tournament. Selena Piek, along with her partners Yves Muskens and Jacco Arons, had claimed their Olympic spots each in the women's and mixed doubles, respectively, by virtue of the top 16 national finish in the BWF World Rankings as of 5 May 2016. Boxing. The Netherlands has entered 3 boxers to compete in each of the following weight classes into the Olympic boxing tournament for the first time since 1992. Peter Mullenberg was the first Dutch boxer being selected to the Olympic team with a semi-final victory at the 2016 European qualification tournament in Samsun, Turkey. Meanwhile, Nujka Fontin had claimed her Olympic spot with a quarter-final victory in the women's middleweight division at the World Championships in Astana, Kazakhstan. Enrico Lacroix secured an additional Olympic place on the Dutch roster with his quarter-final triumph at the 2016 AIBA World Qualifying Tournament in Baku, Azerbaijan. Cycling. Road. Dutch riders qualified for the following quota places in the men's and women's Olympic road race by virtue of the top 15 final national ranking in the 2015 UCI World Tour and top 22 in the UCI World Ranking. The Dutch women's road cycling squad was named to the Olympic roster on May 17, 2016, and was preceded by the men's squad 2 weeks later. Men-women track. Following the completion of the 2016 UCI Track Cycling World Championships, Dutch riders have accumulated spots in both men's and women's team sprint as well as both the men's and women's omnium. As a result of the place in the men's and women's team sprint, Netherlands has assured its right to enter 2 riders in both men's and women's sprint and men's and women's keirin. Sprint team sprint * Shan Braz Punning is the first reserve for the women's team sprint. She lives outside the Olympic Village during the Games, while she is not a member of the Dutch Olympic team. **** Nils van Tijo Enderdal is the first reserve for the men's team sprint. pursuit Keirin Omnium mountain biking. Dutch mountain bikers qualified for 2 men's quota places into the Olympic cross-country race. As a result of the nation's 6th place finish in the UCI Olympic ranking list of May 25, 2016, Rudy Van Hearts was the first mountain biker who met the criteria set by the NOC*NSF, being selected to the Dutch cycling squad by virtue of his top 10 finish at the 2015 European Mountain Bike Championships in Ciesdalpago, Italy. The Dutch NOC*NSF decided to refuse the second quota place, while there was not another mountain biker who met the national criteria. As a result of this, Van Hearts was the only mountain biker to compete at the Games. Originally, Terpstra finished in 11th place at the 2016 European Mountain Bike Championships, which was not enough to qualify for Rio 2016. While she did not manage to have a top 10 finish at a European Championships or a World Championships during the qualification period, however, the UCI decided to disqualify the Russian mountain biker Ekaterina Anashina, who finished in 8th place. After the disqualification, Terpstra finished in 10th place and was qualified for Rio 2016. BMX. The Netherlands has received 3 men's and 2 women's quota spots for BMX at the Olympics as a result of the nation's 2nd place finish for men, and 3rd for women in the UCI Olympic ranking list of May 30, 2016. The BMX cycling team was announced on the 1st of June 2016. Diving. Dutch divers qualified for 1 individual spot at the Olympics through the 2015 FINA World Championships, signifying the nation's Olympic return to the sport for the first time since 1992. Women equestrian. The Netherlands became one of the first 3 nations to earn places at the Games, qualifying a complete team in dressage by winning the bronze medal in the team event at the 2014 FEI World Equestrian Games. The Dutch eventing team also qualified for Rio by winning the bronze medal at the same World Games. Dressage. Dutch dressage team was named on noon of the 17th of July 2016, after 2 selection events, CDIO Rotterdam and Dutch Championships. Eventing indicates that the score of this rider does not count in the team competition, since only the best 3 results of a team are counted. Jumping indicates that the rider only qualified for the team competition. Indicates that the score of this rider does not count in the team competition, since only the best 3 results of a team are counted. Despite his disqualification in the first round of the individual qualification, Vreeling will compete in the second and third round of the qualification, so he is able to compete in the team competition, which is the sum of the best 3 results in respectively qualification round 2 and qualification round 3. However, Vreeling is unable to secure a spot for the individual final rounds. To make matters worse, Vreeling has been disqualified too in the second round of the qualifiers, while his horse still refuses his commands. Gurkha Schroeder and his horse London is the first reserve for the Dutch jumping squad. He lives outside the Olympic Village during the Games, while he is not a member of the Dutch Olympic team. Fencing. Following the completion of the Grand Prix finals, Netherlands has entered 1 fencer into the Olympic competition. 2012 Olympian Bavo Wieland had claimed a spot in the men's EQT as one of the top 2 individual fencers from Europe outside the world's top 8 qualified teams in the FIA-adjusted official rankings. Field hockey. Men's tournament. The Netherlands men's field hockey team qualified for the Olympics by having achieved a top 3 finish at the 2014-15 men's FIH Hockey World League semi-finals. Team roster. The following is the Netherlands roster in the men's field hockey tournament at the 2016 Summer Olympics. View Talk head coach, Max Caldas. Reserves, Perman Block. Constantin Jonker. Group play quarter-final semi-final bronze medal match women's tournament. The Netherlands women's field hockey team qualified for the Olympics by having achieved a top 3 finish at the second stop of the 2014-15 Women's FIH Hockey World League semi-finals. Team roster. The following is the Netherlands roster in the women's field hockey tournament at the 2016 Summer Olympics. View Talk. Head coach Alison Annan. Reserves: Larissa Meyer, Laura Nunnink, Michelle van der Pols. Group play quarter-final semi-final gold medal match golf. Netherlands has entered 1 golfer into the Olympic tournament. Juice Luton qualified directly among the top 60 eligible players for the respective individual events based on the IGF World Rankings as of 11 July 2016. Crystal Bullhon and Anne van Dam also managed to reach a top 60 finisher in the same list, but they did not manage to reach a top 100 finish at the world ranking, which was the criteria set by the NOC**NSF to be qualified. Gymnastics. Artistic. Netherlands fielded a full squad of 10 gymnasts. Men's team and women's team have qualified for the first time since 1928 and 1976 Olympics, respectively. The women's team qualified through a top 8 finish at the 2015 World Artistic Gymnastics Championships in Glasgow. Meanwhile, the men's team had claimed one of the remaining 4 spots in the team all-around at the Olympic test event in Rio de Janeiro. Men team individual finals. Women team individual finals. Handball. Summary. Key. ET. After extra time. P. Match decided by penalty shootout. Women's tournament. The Netherlands women's handball team qualified for the Olympics by virtue of a top 2 finish at the first meet of the Olympic qualification tournament in Metz, France. Team roster. The following is the Dutch roster in the women's handball tournament of the 2016 Summer Olympics. View Talk. Head coach Henk Grainer. Group play quarter-final semi-final bronze medal match judo. The Netherlands has qualified a total of 11 judokas for each of the following weight classes at the Games: 6 men and 4 women, led by 2-time Olympic bronze medalist Henk Grol, were selected by virtue of the top 22 and top 14 finish at the IJF World Ranking list as of the 30th of May 2016. Meanwhile, Sanne Verhagen at women's lightweight earned a continental quota spot from the European region, as the highest-ranked Dutch judoka outside of direct qualifying position. Men/women rowing. The Netherlands has qualified a total of 8 boats for each of the following rowing classes into the Olympic regatta. Majority of rowing crews had confirmed Olympic places for the boats at the 2015 FISA World Championships in Lac d'Aigueblat, France, while the rowers competing in the women's lightweight double sculls and women's 8 were further added to the Dutch roster as a result of their top 2 finish at the 2016 European AMP final qualification regatta in Lucerne, Switzerland. The full Dutch rowing squad for the Games was named on July 6, 2016. Men/women qualification legend. FA equals final A, FB equals final B, FC equals final C, FD equals final D, FA equals final E, FF equals final F, SAR B equals semi-finals A, B, SC D equals semi-finals C, D, SHA F equals semi-finals E, F, QF equals quarter-finals, R equals repechage. Sailing. Dutch sailors have qualified 1 boat in each of the following classes through the 2014 ISAF Sailing World Championships, the Individual Fleet Worlds, and European qualifying regattas. Following the completion of the Princess Sophia Trophy, a total of 9 sailors, highlighted by London 2012 windsurfing champion Dorian van Rijsselberghe, had been selected to the Dutch team for the Olympics. Olympics. Meanwhile, 49 ERFX duo Annemiek Beckering and Annette Duetters rounded out the selection to the nation's Olympic sailing team at the ISAF World Cup meet in Hythe, France. Men-women mixed M=medal race L=eliminated did not advance into the medal race. Swimming. A total of 17 swimmers were named to the Dutch roster for the Games on July 12, 2016, with sprinter Ranomi Kromowidjojo looking to defend her Olympic titles in both the women's 50 and 100 meters freestyle. Men-women table tennis. Netherlands has fielded a team of 3 athletes into the table tennis competition at the Games. China-based player Li Jiao secured a spot in the women's singles after claiming her respective title at the 2015 European Games. Furthermore, Li Ji secured a spot in the women's singles by winning the Repechage Group final at the 2016 European qualification tournament in Halmstad, Sweden. Ireland was awarded the 3rd spot to build the women's team for the Games by virtue of a top 10 national finish in the ITTF Olympic rankings. Taekwondo. Netherlands entered 1 athlete into the Taekwondo competition at the Olympics. Reshmi Ujing secured a place in the women's heavyweight category by virtue of her top 2 finish at the 2016 European qualification tournament in Istanbul, Turkey. Tennis. The Netherlands has entered 3 tennis players into the Olympic tournament, after winning the Nuremberg Versicherungs Cup and reaching the semi-final of the French Open. Kiki Bertens qualified directly for the women's singles as one of the top 56 eligible players in the WTA World Rankings, while Robin Haase did so for the men's singles based on the ATP World Rankings as of June 6, 2016. Triathlon. The Netherlands has entered 1 triathlete to compete at the Olympics. London 2012 Olympian Rachel Klammer was ranked among the top 40 eligible triathletes in the women's event based on the ITU Olympic qualification list. As of May 15, 2016, Volleyball Beach. 3 Dutch beach volleyball teams qualified directly for the Olympics by virtue of the nation's top 15 placement in the FIVB Olympic rankings as of June 13, 2016. Among the beach volleyball players featured 4-time Olympian and London 2012 4th-place finalist Rian de Nummerdor, along with his rookie partner Christian Verenhorst. Meanwhile, Sophie van Gestel and Jantine van der Vlist secured an additional women's beach volleyball place for the Games with a gold medal triumph over Ukraine at the 2016 CEV Continental Cup in Stavanger, Norway. Indoor women's tournament. The Netherlands women's volleyball team qualified for the Olympics by virtue of a top 3 national finish at the first meet of the World Olympic qualifying tournament in Tokyo, Japan, signifying the team's Olympic comeback for the first time since 1996. Team roster. The following is the Dutch roster in the women's volleyball tournament of the 2016 Summer Olympics. View Talk head coach Giovanni Guidetti. Group play quarter-final, semi-final, bronze medal match wrestling. The Netherlands has qualified 1 wrestler for the women's freestyle 48 kg into the Olympic competition, as a result of her top 6 finish at the 2015 World Championships, signifying the nation's Olympic return to the sport for the first time since 2000. Key VT victory by fall. PP decision by points, the loser with technical points. PO decision by points, the loser without technical points. Saint decision by points, the loser without technical points and a margin of victory of at least 8 to 10 points.